Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Hearn's Macho Sport now proudly presents 10 rounds of boxing for the WBC International Lightweight Championship. Sponsored by 32red.com, JD Sports, StubHub, Texo Scaffolding, and WeBuyAnyHouse.com. We are live on Sky Sports as we continue to bring you the very best ringside seat in the business. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our officials at ringside, appointed by the World Boxing Council, is our supervisor Mauro Betti of Italy. Our steward in charge is Mr. Alistair Hayes. The inspectors from the British Boxing Board of Control working the red and blue corners are Kirk Haslam and Ian Cragg. The timekeeper at the bell, appointed by the British Boxing Board of Control, is Mr. Jamie Kirkpatrick. And our 3 scoring judges scoring on the 10-point must system: from the Philippines, Ray Danseco; from England, Mr. Ian John Lewis; and from Mexico, it's Andrea Rochin. When the action begins and the bell rings, the man in charge, the man in the middle, from Barhead, Scotland, Mr. Victor Loughlin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the red corner comes the challenger, wearing the black trunks, weighed in at 9 stone, 7 pounds, 6 ounces, with a 17 fight record, 16 wins, 7 inside the scheduled distance, and 1 defeat. The former EBU European lightweight champion, originally from Italy, boxing out of Belgium, ladies and gentlemen, Francesco Patera! And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, he's wearing the red trunks trimmed with gold. He's weighing in at 9 stone and 8 pounds with a 14 fight record, 11 wins, 2 inside the scheduled distance, and just 2 defeats. The former British lightweight challenger. And ladies and gentlemen, making his first defense, he is the reigning and defending WBC International Lightweight Champion from Birkenhead, Dodd. Let's get the action underway then. 10 rounds of boxing for the WBC International Lightweight Championship.
Okay, Sean. Okay, boys, you've had your instructions in the dressing room. Remember, obey my commands at all time. Defend yourselves at all time. God bless. Let's do it.
10 rounds with the WBC International 9 stone 9 belt on the line, which Sean Mashadod won on that balmy May Sunday night at Goodison Park before letting all the emotion come crashing out in the post-fight interview. Real achievement, but real work on again tonight, because he's in with Belgium's young Francesco Patera, and he's talented from the Flemish region of Yank in Belgium. Decent amateur, good pro career too. He's won 16 of 17, and he's a bit of a mystery man, Paul.
He is, and I'm sure Dodd and his team will have had a look on him. And you know, nowadays the internet, YouTube, we can always catch up on fighters. But he's come out here in the business. He's looks decent, got a good shape about him. Nice jab, trying counters around the sides.
It's been such a rise, hasn't it, Carl, for Sean Dodd over the last 12 months or so. We just don't sort of know how far he can take this.
No, we're not 100% sure about his full capabilities and abilities. He's in a 10-round rounder here, as you're saying, in front of a bit of a mystery man who looks quite capable. He can throw punches from that rangy, orthodox position. Looks like a tidy fighter. Looks fast enough, confident enough on his front foot, putting Dodd on his back foot. So, you know, this is early on, and straight away Dodd's under pressure here.
Yep, body shots from Patera, who doesn't look overawed at all, does he, by the heavy support for Sean Mashadod, and seems to want to drill straight through the Birkenhead man.
He's landed 3 or 4 good body shots straight away. He's come out, he's put it right onto Mashadod, and Sean Dodd's on the back foot now, and he's got to really think about this.
Got 7 knockouts at his 16 wins. Patera, he's 9 years younger at 23. This is a bit of a risk, I think, for Team Dodd to take.
It could be, we'll find out, but Patera, I think, somebody he should be beating. He probably settled down. I mean, this round, Patera's throwing a lot of work and landed some nice shots. He looks confident. He's been a bit leery with his smiles and his opening his arms up to Dodd as if to say, come on, I'm stood right here. So you know he's coming into the ring very confident. We need to see Dodd just settle down and start to land some shots as we move on from this round, but it's a tricky opener for him.
It's a good right hand from Patera, just got through there. Dodd was leaning in with his own shot, it landed clean as well. He's just edged onto the back foot after that shot landed. Patera seems to have hurt Dodd there.
He's got rangy arms, hasn't he? And some speed too, and plenty of confidence from Italian heritage, Patera, but very much Belgium homegrown, was a good amateur, and he hasn't done much wrong as a pro. And he seems to have got the better of this first round by some way so far against Sean Dodd.
It's a real one-sided round. He's come out, he's really put it straight onto Dodd, and you know yourself, Carl, it's a sort of, you know, Amir and the intimidating drop in his hands, you know, what are you going to do about it? Basically, he's here and he means business, and he's took this round clearly.
Yeah, Dodd needs to respond. He doesn't look overawed. It is round 1. He needs to settle down a bit. He looks confident enough, still coming forward, down his shots go, but he's got 10 rounds to get the job done. Let's just hope that, for Dodd's sake, Patera can't keep this pace going, because that was a good opener from Patera.
And make sure you push him at the feet if you're going to go in long.
Yeah.
Jab up, go in, right hook, left hook, roll, yeah.
Yeah.
Work on the inside, coach, as well.
Sean Dodd keeping up with his original amateur training team of Danny Kelly and Sean Trodden. Turned his life around. He had some rough times outside the ring, Sean Dodd, and he is so thankful that boxing's kept him on the straight and narrow and given him and his family a real chance. Dad of 3 to Derry Madison and Brody, the 32-year-old from Birkenhead, in with Francesco Patera. In fight number 18, Patera, he had a good opener here, and we wondered if he might be a bit tasty. We had a look at the amateur book that he brought to the weigh-in, and it's got a whole string of things, Paul, cadet titles, you know, Belgium youth honours, all sorts. So this guy can fight.
He looks decent, he looks capable, and he's certainly come out and shown that he's here to win. He's not here to make the numbers up or to just take the loss. He's here to win. He's put it right on Dodd, and he's asked questions of him early.
Just missing wildly with hooks. Sean Dodd does occasionally take time to get settled. And as he applies pressure back to Patera, that's where it'll get interesting, Carl, to see if he can slow down the Belgian visitor.
Well, Patera's only lost once.
Oh, nice shot there from
He's
Patera, and it got straight through to the chin of Dodd, and he was hurt there.
The legs just locked up a little bit on Dodd there. He's buckled a little bit. He felt the power of that. The body shot that landed before it hurt him as well. It was a good body shot, and then a nice right hand over the top would hurt him.
Tries to come back with a couple of uppercuts of his own, but there's danger signs early for Sean Dodd here.
And as I was saying there, Adam, before he landed that nice shot, Patera, he's only lost once, so there's no reason why Patera shouldn't be coming into this ring very confident.
And he's only lost to Ivan Mendy as well for an EU lightweight title. Mendy, who broke the unbeaten record of Luke Campbell, of course, so that's good form going the distance with him. No disgrace in losing to Mendy.
Good fight to Mendy, Adam.
Yep.
Solid, good fight. And,
Gumshield's just been knocked out there. Sorry, Carl. Patera gone right out the ring. His corner's just ran right round to get it.
Right round to the neutral corner he ran.
Good uppercut from Dodd to make it come out as well.
Dodd has been stopped before by Andy Townend in a Central Area title fight, and also right at the end of their first fight, Scott Cardle just got to him at the end when Dodd had done so well for so long. They fought again, of course, and a very contentious draw. But this is a different assignment. That's better from Dodd. Different
fight than the Cardle fight. Patera's a more conventional fighter. Cardle slip and slides, a lot of good head movement from Scott Carroll. Patera's just stuck right, straight, but he's throwing shots at good angles. He's already hit Dodd, and Dodd needs to really warm into the fight as he does a little bit more.
Well, it should be a very happy corner in there. Biagio Patera, Urbano Gianni and Dimitri Marvodis, because I think they've got a good fighter.
That was the left hook, which we saw earlier, which buckled Dodd's legs. You can see he's just took a step back after it. Good shot. Dodd's done well to stay in it and to stay solid. He's had a minute's rest to recover, and he needs to start edging into this fight, as I was saying towards the end of the last round. He's really got to warm into this now and try and take some momentum back from Patera.
Yeah, he did so well against Pasquale Di Silvio at Goodison Park. Sean Dodd to win this WBC international belt. Just a bauble, really, but it gives you a ranking, and it could get him into some real tasty affairs should he come through this one. But it looks a tricky test against Francesco Patera. What we don't know is what Patera will be like under pressure in the cauldron. If Dodd can get him there. He's only got 2 knockouts on the record, Dodd, as they open up here in the third.
Good uppercut.
Landed a nice right hand there, Patera, and he's putting pressure on Dodd now against the ropes, landing with some crisp shots. Not sure how much power he carries. Dodd took it well enough, but he needs to start, as you said, Adam, getting himself into this fight and backing up Patera and letting him know he's there. And with his back foot against the ropes, that's not going to happen.
The WBC badge about to drop off the black shorts of Patera. We've seen just about everything in a ring. Yeah, what happened to the iron?
Wonderweb didn't work.
Sean Dodd has got to keep his concentration and focus here. He just is out of range. He's missing. He's not quite getting the accuracy together. And you've got to give credit to this Patera, who's soaking it all up. The hostile atmosphere and anything that Dodd's throwing at him. So far, so good for the Belgian team.
Dodd just can't seem to get to grips with Patera's style. He's not throwing his own jab enough, and Patera's having a field day with counters and just slipping little bits of head movement and trying to throw his own big stiff shots from range like this. The best success Dodd's having is when he's really up close and on his chest. He just needs to get there a bit more.
He's a shorter man, Paul. He needs to get there close on his chest. He needs to back up Patera. Whilst he's on the end of this range and his slick, quite fast boxing skills from Patera, he's going to be found wanting. He's going to be losing the rounds. So he needs to close the gap as quick as he can and stop putting the pressure on. He needs to fight here.
That's where he wants it. Absolutely, Carl. Up against the ropes. You can hear the support at the echo for the ever-popular Sean Masher Dodd. He's going to need them tonight. It's not been a good start, but it's been an excellent one for Francesco Patera, whipping in these shots from different angles. Good movement as well, Paul.
Yeah, he's moving well. You can tell he's well-skilled. You can tell he's experienced as well, but you know, back to Dodd, he really needs to just get close as he can and then stay there, stay right inside as close as he can, smother Patera's work and use his own with the shorter reach.
That little lean back and dip and smash that body shot in. All right, slowing down, just keep it tight.
Okay. What would you be saying in the corner, Paul?
Pretty much what was said in the corner then. It was good advice from Dodd's corner. You know, you need to keep it tight. You need to use your jab a little bit more, and you need to get close. When you're close, you need to work away. But as Carl said that before and myself, you need to get close, work, get your head on his chest and bang away. Nullify the long reach of Patera by getting close and putting your head on his chest and just doing what you do. Rough him up, get him into your kind of fight, because this is Patera's fight.
It's actually only the 15th fight for Sean Dodd in this career, which has sprung to life in the last 12 to 14 months or so. The red trunks with Masher on the waistband, the black and leopard colours and red boots of Francesco Patera. More experience, even though he's younger, than most of his fighting in Belgium, but it's not a big boxing fraternity over there, and he's come here to make a name, to try and grab this little title. But a good shot from Dodd there, and a follow-up right hand as well. Needs a really good round now, doesn't he, to stop the rot?
He does, and we're seeing him. He's been on the back foot now for 3 rounds. This is, you know, with a minute in the 4th round, and he's still on the back foot. He needs to be coming forward. He's a front foot fighter. He comes forward and he throws a lot of punches, and he frustrates the opponent. He gets it in. He needs to do more of what he does best. He's letting Patera control it, and Patera's fighting his fight.
Paul, you're in the gym with Scott Cardle. What did he say about having, you know, shared a couple of big fights with Masha Dodd, and how difficult he is to connect with?
With Scott, Scott's more disappointed at how he underperformed rather than, you know, the fact that he thought Dodd was good. But Dodd is a front foot fighter. He's good coming forward like this, and he needs to do more of this now. He's really let Patera fight his own fight, and Dodd needs to make it a Dodd fight. You know, mash your Dodd, get inside, get your head on his chest, bang away, and try and drag him down to your fight.
Body shots might be an idea, Carl.
Yeah, body shots are always good to slow your opponent down. I think the sooner he can get Patera onto his back foot, which he's trying here, I think the better. His corner men didn't seem too concerned. They was quite confident about how the fight's going. Happy to just tell him to stick behind the jab. But this is certainly where Dodd needs the fight to be. He needs to be pushing Patera back, roughing him up, making him work, making him feel uncomfortable, because this is round 4. Yes, of a 10-round, it's not a 12-round fight, but 10 rounds still a long time. But this is how he's going to slow Patera down.
This is a lot better from Dodd. This is what he needs to do. Patera will start to get frustrated. He's not getting his own way. Your head's on his chest, you're banging away, and you're having more success. This is exactly what he needs to do.
And there was a body shot in there from Sean Dodd, and less from Patera here. He's a bit more wild. The accuracy and form have just gone. It's a better session, this, for Sean Dodd.
The last 40 seconds, he started doing what he needed to do from the first bell. Get close. Don't let Patera control the fight with his long range.
Patera was looking good early on. Nice sharp combinations, nice work, but can he maintain that for 10 rounds? We're seeing here that he probably can't. And the more Dodd puts him on his back foot, makes him work.
Patera coming back with a right at the end of a much, much better round for Sean Dodd, the lightweight, who will see Luke Campbell and Derry Matthews scrap it out later. Can't wait for that one. And then, of course, the main event a little bit later on our second show on Sky Sports 2. Tony Bellew, after, remember this? The real-life Rocky story. Boom, that left hook sent Goodison Park into raptures. Quite a night that was. And quite a night is developing here already on the banks of the Mersey in this wonderful Echo Arena. It's great here, isn't it, Paul?
It is. It's exactly what we were crying out for in Liverpool for a long time. We didn't have an arena. We were forever going down to Nottingham Arena watching Carl Froch. We were going up to Sheffield Arena. You know, all the similar arenas around the country of around 10,000 capacity, and we didn't have one, and now we've obviously got it.
For a real fight city.
Yeah, for a big fight city like ours, it wasn't nice. You know, we have to go up the MEN to the big one, and as I say, around the country to have it. We've got our own now, and it's getting filled on regular occasions with top-class fighters from the city.
Well, most of Birkenhead are here tonight to support Sean Dodd. He's just got something about him, an engaging personality that draws you in. But he's in a tough fight as he lands a right hand against Francesco Patera, who had a good opening 3 rounds. Dodd better in the 4th. But this is a good one for the WBC International 9-stone 9 belt.
Dodd's dipping to his right every time he throws his jab. He's dipping over to his right, and although it is technically getting out of the way of the right hand to Patera, it's actually making him land that overhand right a bit easier. He's making it a bit easier for Patera to land it.
Victor Loughlin, the excellent referee from Scotland, just breaks them up.
See that right hand when he's trying again. Dodd's throwing a jab and dipping to his right every time. Patera's trying to chop the right hand over.
It's a bit of a cut on the right eye of Patera, as he looks to get a combination going. Not as fluid. Lost some rhythm here, Patera. It was Dodd who was looking clumsy early on, but now he's exactly where you wanted him, Paul, leaning on Patera's chest in the neutral corners, up against the ropes, not giving him room to breathe.
Yeah, it might look the best, but you're breaking him. You're breaking his heart. You're breaking him mentally. He's had 3 great rounds. He's hurt you, and you're still coming and you're putting it on him and you're putting it on his chest and making it hard for him and making it more of your fight. You're smothering his work and stopping him doing what he does best, letting his long arms go. That's what Dodd needs to keep doing. Just keep pushing him back.
Just glance at his corner as well. It's got to be pretty debilitating in there, Carl, I'd imagine, if you have had some really good rounds and bursts and suddenly he's in your face. He hasn't really moved the opponent and he's back.
Well, he's put a lot of work, Patera, into the early rounds, and now he's sort of coming undone. He's not folding over yet by any means, but Dodd is putting the pressure on and Patera's not enjoying it, and he's looking like the sharpness and the hardness of the punches seems to be fading away as this fight draws on. We're just coming into the halfway stage now, and you know, if you're in Dodd's corner, you're happy that the fight's turning his way and going the way he wants it to go. But he needs to maintain this. He needs to get the work rate up a little bit more for me, Dodd.
Patera's unknown, obviously, as we know, so we don't know what he's like mentally. You know, is he mentally strong? Will he be broken by someone like Dodd? Just keep him coming and coming and coming and putting it on you and giving you it back.
Francesco's brother Biagio in there. Something about siblings in this sport, isn't there?
Everywhere, Andy. It's a fine sport. It's a sibling sport. The cut doesn't look too bad. The cutman has literally done nothing to his brother. He hasn't done a thing to the cut. You know, they just wiped it with a towel and left it. So that's how much they think it's a bad. It's only a little nick, and they haven't even touched it. But
does he look a little down in the corner to you, Carl, there?
He's obviously not happy that the fight's coming on top for him and he's feeling the pace, so he's going to look a little bit down, but he needs to maintain his work rate if he's going to have any dent in this fight later on, and I'm not sure he can hold the work rate that he came out with, because he came out at a ferocious pace.
Second half of this one, it's the 99th round in Sean Dodd's career, the 81st in Francesco Patera. Nicely balanced, good match, and that's what it's turning out to be. Early rounds to the visitor from Belgium. Dodd back in it.
Good shot from Dodd there. Little swing in the leg from Patera. He calls him in though.
Both have had a little dip from punches as a reaction. That's a good body shot from Patera.
Responding well here, Patera, to a bit of a sticky moment where he got caught with a couple of shots from Dodd. So he's got that fight in him. You know, he's only lost once, as we said earlier, so he's not going to want to lose. He's not going to want to give it up.
Well, he's going up the gears here, Carl, is Patera. I think he feels like he's had a couple of indifferent rounds and he wants to get back onto the front foot. But Dodd has him against the ropes. I tell you, it's fascinating, isn't it?
It is. Dodd's just planting his head on his chest, which we asked him to do, and we encouraged him to do, but it's making Patera not be able to wait, but Dodd can still let his shots go. He's comfortable throwing while his head's on Patera's chest. Patera's landed a couple of good body shots this round, and where it was starting off a good Dodd round and more in his momentum, it's turned back in Patera's favour. Again, another body shot going in there.
I'd like to see Dodd throw more punches, Paul. Get on that pace a little bit more, just to make sure, because you can almost see Patera ready to not fall apart, but to come undone and to look like he's lost control of the fight. And Dodd's just not got enough injection in pace for me.
Bit of blood to the nose as well from Patera. It's all about how much stamina he's going to have. It has been 12 rounds, though, with Ivan Mendy, but Dodd is more experienced at the longer, drawn-out affairs, even with less fights on the slate. It really is wonderfully poised, this one. Eddie Hearn on his feet.
Now he needs to throw them more punches you were asking for, Carl. This is where he needs to start letting his hands go. You're there, you've done the hard work getting in, now make it count for yourself.
That's right, let the shots go. Make sure the judges can see that you're landing them shots and you're looking aggressive. Patera, he's backed up, but he's looking for little counters. He's still happy to be in there, tying Dodd up there, getting the break that he needed.
There's a lovely picture of Eddie Hearn alongside Christian Kirky in the front row. The two different camps, living and breathing every moment for their fighters. Tries the body shot, Dodd. It's been a close one, hasn't it, this?
It's a close round. I think Patera landed the better, cleaner shot, but Dodd's worked a bit harder. He's tried his best to get close and smother the work of Patera.
Who's nicked this one for you,
It's a great fight, close, evenly matched fight, but I just think Patera there just, you know, just did enough work to steal the round.
Yeah, that body, yeah. Doing it.
There's the work from Dodd trying to get close. You can see Patera even trying to block and counter as well. He's trying to counter Dodd. There's one of the good body shots that you saw. Just caught the elbow first and took the sting out of it. He's very dangerous, Patera. Dodd, good body shot there from Dodd as well. Dodd needs to be careful, watch the big shots, but try and just get close and nullify Patera's work. But he has to work when he's there, like you said, Carl.
And you don't know what the judges are looking at either in these close fights. You just don't know which way they're going to swing.
Just gauging opinion from ringside, and most have got Francesco Patera in a lead here. But there's plenty of time. Sean Dodd certainly got a couple of rounds, fourth and fifth, you'd say, and one or two have been tight, but it was a really good start from Francesco Patera, who put rounds in the bank. There's Carl's by 1, Patera, and Paul's by 3. He's only given Dodd a round.
Yeah, the shared round that I gave, it was close. Patera come out and he basically done more of the good work for the 2 rounds, and Dodd came back into it for the last minute, so I gave him a share of the round. He didn't deserve to lose the round, but he can't let Patera tee off like this. He's got to get on his chest. He's got to get close.
But he's got those long arms. He's also got the edge in speed as well, and he's got variety too, Patera.
He's got variety, and he seems to have a bit of sting in his shots, and this is the type of time in a fight where Dodd will be looking for Patera to break and usually come on strong, but Patera's come out again. That was a good stiff right hand to the body. He's come out and he's meaning business. He's not showing any signs of breaking down yet.
Body shot, trying the uppercut. Dodd, he's getting closer, turns southpaw momentarily and back again. Such a bustling lightweight division. We saw Anthony Crolla just lose out in that cracking fight with Jorge Linares. Terry Flanagan, of course, brilliant from Manchester. Campbell and Derry Matthews later on. It's a division that Sean Dodd wants the big fights in. He took the chance, didn't he, in with Gary Buckland, and that's how he made his name. Scott Cardle twice. He belongs around this sort of level, no question.
Of course, and as I said, he's a welcome addition to the boxing scene around here as well. He's a likeable character, and you're willing him to do as well as he can when he's in there. There's big fights out there for him. There's Campbell Matthews. There's always that trilogy with Cardle, which people will be demanding.
He wants that, doesn't he?
Yeah, he wants that. And he wants to try and make his own name as well and try and get up the ladder himself. But he wants that British title, which he will have to go through Scott Cardle to do so.
And Cardle needed a big win and got it against Kevin Hooper the other night in Scotland. Really looked excellent, Scott Cardle. As Sean Dodd really tries to apply the pressure, but Patera matches him.
The stuff Patera was doing then, just fast little shoe shine stuff, what they call it in the States, that's what Dodd needs to start doing, just to catch the eye of these judges, just to work and look busy.
Yeah, there's not enough urgency from Dodd, Paul. If, looking at what I'm seeing, you don't know what the judges are seeing, but Patera's out working him out, boxing at range, and up close when Dodd needs to be working. Patera is answering back, so he's just stealing these rounds. There's not enough urgency from Dodd, and there has to be.
Ray Danesco to our left from the Philippines, Alejandro Rochan from Mexico, and Ian John Lewis in front of us, the 3 judges. Love to know how they've got it. Might have problems here, Sean Dodd.
Right where?
With the judges, it's going to be how you see it. It's going to be what they like. They like the non-stop pressure from Dodd. They like the cleaner work, which most of us have been looking at tonight from Patera. He's landing the cleaner shots, the heavier shots, the meatier shots, and Dodd really needs to push on and crack on for these last 3 rounds here.
I don't want to criticise, I never want to criticise trainers or corner work because, you know, they know their man better than anybody, but they're quite comfortable in Dodd's corner saying, great work, good round, you know. So Dodd's listening to that and thinking, OK, what I'm doing is working well. And he's not far enough in front for me to be that confident in the corner. He needs some pace injecting and some urgency.
You're right, Carl. You know, after 2 rounds, it was good advice because he had 2 torrid first rounds, and the corner was like, you're doing well, you're doing it, it's OK. But keep it tight, and it was great corner work. Now he needs a bit of urgency now. He needs a bit of a kick up the backside now to get going.
It's his 3rd appearance of 2016 after the draw with Scott Carlin, the win over Pascal De Silvio. It's the 4th, though, for Francesco Patera, including that distance defeat to Ivan Mendy over 12.
12 rounds with a guy like Mendy shows that he's got that fitness and he's not going to be worried about this 10-rounder pace-wise. I've been looking for Patera to slow down. I don't think that's going to happen, and that's bad news for Dodd. If he doesn't start getting his front foot working, he needs to work, especially up close.
Swapping body shots in what's been an entertaining fight.
The middle 3 rounds, the middle 4 rounds, Dodd needed to really put his foot down to take that early momentum away from Patera, because now the end is in sight for Patera. You can see the end, you can see the finish line now. It's going to be a lot harder to break him down.
Good work this from Patera, body shots. He's flitting around, he's using good movement, and Dodd just out of range again. Just doesn't seem to have found his groove tonight for me, Sean Masha Dodd.
No, he hasn't warmed into the fight like he usually does. He needs to keep on the front foot. Just relentless pressure. It doesn't matter if it doesn't look good or you take 1 or 2 going in. As long as they're not big shots, you're OK. Get close and bang away. You just really need to work and look busy.
Crowd rallying as he gets close in again, but nothing much clean. There was a left hook, just squeaked in, but a lot of these shots are being forced by Dodd. But he's got to do that, I guess, Carl, now.
He has, yeah. Patera doesn't particularly look comfortable when he's on the back foot, taking shots, and he's looking at the floor, he's looking to the side. He's not really focusing, but he's doing enough on the outside boxing to nick these rounds. Dodd's not working enough. It's just not busy enough from Dodd.
It's a tough round, though, this. A draining one, the 8th. Dodd tries to lean on him. Better, cleaner work, probably from Patera.
Yeah. First minute of the round, Patera, well better work. Second minute of the round, Dodd pressuring, roughing him up, having a bit more success with Patera's back to the ropes. What Carl said there, Patera doesn't look good on the back foot, and neither does Dodd. Dodd looks good on the front foot, as does Patera, and that's been the case tonight.
I think the sting have gone out of Patera's shots. He's looking ragged, he's going over the top of Dodd's head, he's looking messy, but Dodd's just not making sure enough. Good right hand there from Dodd, backed up Patera. Now he needs to work that body and head. Just take what's there, arms, gloves.
It's better.
Better from Dodd into the last 30. Can he catch the eye of the judges, or Patera's better start to the round? And
Patera just firing back. I think he's got that. You can see the end of the round, like Paul said earlier. You're in round 8 of a 10-rounder, and you can see the finish line, and that gives you that second win mentally.
Take loose on the left glove of Sean Dodd. It's been fought at a frenetic pace. That's a good left hand. Could that swing it Dodd's way? Really interesting, some of these sessions, to pick them apart.
I'm going to give that round to Dodd because I thought he landed some nice eye-catching shots, and Patera at times was working for the sake of working, but you couldn't argue either way.
Careful, mate. Yeah. Stick it on him, mate. Make him work, man. Move properly, hands up tight, all right? Yeah.
Cornerman now telling Dodd to get busy, stick it on him. They want a strong finish from Dodd, and I think they realise they need one.
He's gone. He'll be lively for the first 20 seconds, yeah? Yeah. And then he'll have nothing left, yeah. OK. Oh, stay behind the jab. Okay? Yeah. Doing well, mate. OK. So keep it tight, am I?
6 minutes left of this very watchable lightweight meeting, an international one as well. Sean Dodd from here in Liverpool, and Francesco Patera from Yank in Belgium. And he's been impressive, the visitor, as he tries to wrench this belt away from Dodd. He's only lost once over 12 rounds to Ivan Mendy. He's had really good spells here. Dodd's toughed it out at times, How are the judges seeing it?
Dodd's corner just told him then it was good advice. You need this. Put it on him. Just put it on him. You need to come. Dodd needs these rounds. I think on most people's cards he needs these last 2 rounds, and he's come out and he's let Patera just get straight on the front foot. And for most of this first minute now, Patera's been on the front foot.
He whips in body shots again. Sean Dodd, and the crowd really getting behind him again. But Victor Loughlin's going to split them up here. Just a timeout. The gum shield out again. Is it getting a little hot for Patera? Will Dodd apply the pressure? Can he come on strong like Patera did in the first 2 or 3 rounds? Dodd needs a finish like that, a big one, doesn't he?
Sorry, Paul, he's on his front foot there. He's got Patera in the corner, he's working, he's landing good shots. Patera didn't look too perturbed by the work that was hitting him, but the judges will see them shots and see the work rate. That nice little right hand to the body there from Dodd. Still, the body shots work this late on. He needs to just take whatever he can body in the head, but most importantly, he needs to close that gap. He's got Patera on his back foot here. Patera doing well, boxing, moving on his back foot, but this is now where Dodd needs to be, putting that head on the chest and just working them hands, letting the arms go, body and head.
Listen, his career's on this fight here. He's got to win these last 2 rounds. He's got to get this win to have a chance of any of the fights that we're mentioning, your Campbells, your Matthews, your Cardles. You've got to get this kid out the way. This could have been a banana skin tonight. It's looking that way. You need to win these rounds. You've got to fight like you need this win.
We wondered how good this mystery man from Belgium would be. He's proved very classy indeed. And Sean Dodd's had trouble getting to grips with him, but still that courageous come forward aggression and the big heart. But is that going to be enough tonight? Not sure it is.
No, you see Dodd switching southpaw there. It's a little bit frustrating. You need to work, really push him back and try and put it on him as your corner have asked you.
Still light on his feet, Patera, deep into the 9th round. As they try and swap jabs.
He's trying the jab here, Dodd, but he needs to be letting them hooks go and pushing Patera on his back foot to seal this round. Too close for comfort this round.
Gum shield out for the 3rd time. It's really ill-fitting, this. Is he spitting it out? That's what Eddie Hearn's claiming to Victor Loughlin.
Well, he's tired out of his tiring, and that's a good tactic to catch a few seconds to get the breath, get the air back in the lungs. Finish this round strong. He might nick the round.
Didn't the great late Diego Corrales do that at the end of that unbelievable fight with Jose Luis Castillo, which he somehow came back from 2 knockdowns in the 10th to win? Sean Mashadon raises his arm. The crowd go mad. His round. But how close is it?
I want him to do that zigzag move. Okay, do as he sees that easy.
Better round from Dodd. Again, good stuff. He started using his jab well as well. This is the smothering stuff which I'm talking about. He's letting 5, 6, 7 shots go, and some of them are landing. It's catching a judge's eyes. There's a good body shot. Got through to the target as well. This is just, it's everything now. You've got to win this fight. You've really got to keep the pressure on. There's the gum shield going, and I think it's just a loose-fitting gum shield. I don't think it was that smart. Yeah, it's knocked it out completely. I don't think he was that smart enough to spit it out and try and steal a rest at the time.
How close is this? We wondered when Ricky Burns and Kirill Relik fought last week, whether that was tight. And one judge had it unbelievably, 118, 110 to Ricky Burns. I think most people felt Burns nicked that one. Judges' interpretations are subjective. 3 tonight. How are they going to be seeing it? These slick skills of Francesco Patera, who for me has looked really good tonight, or the tough, rugged doggedness of Sean Masha Dodd. They've both won rounds, but who's won more?
Yeah, it's who's won more, and it's what do you like? Do you like the come forward aggression at times from Dodd when he has come forward? Or do you like the cleaner, crisper shots from Patera, who's also coming forward for a big portion of the earlier rounds?
Body shots from Patera. Just the more accurate, cleaner shots, probably more of them. And the meaty work from Dodd when he gets up on those ropes, but in the center of the ring like this, it's all Patera.
Yeah, he's got that range, he's got the boxing ability over Dodd, so if he can use that range and them skills, but whilst he's tied in round 10, as they both are, it's now almost going to be who's going to work harder, who wants it more. And I think both their cornermen have told both of them you need to go out because the fight's all in this round. Great right hand there from Dodd.
And again, 2 from Dodd. Trying for this big finish, driving himself forward. He doesn't want it all to end tonight. He's just got his hands on that title. But is it slipping away?
He's not really taking anything clean, Dodd, and he is landing some nice eye-catching shots. If he can just keep this pressure on, then this could be the difference between the winner and the
He's
loss.
standing his ground, isn't he? And he looks solid now, Dodd. You know, he's not getting bullied back by Patera. He's throwing his own shots now.
He looks comfortable enough. It's just frustrating because he looks like he could do more and work more, and he's not doing it.
It was that very slow start. I'm sure he'll talk us through that in an interview afterwards. He is the champion, remember. We are in Liverpool.
He's boxing well here, Dodd, and landing some good shots there, quality, good head movement, making Patera miss, and he's landing some nice shots. This is impressive from Dodd.
Yeah, he's come on strong, definitely. Last couple of rounds here, Sean Dodd needed to, and he's answered as well. And he's really driving them out. Some aren't landing.
Both men tired, both missing out. Yes, they're not all landed. Sorry to interrupt you there, but I'm getting excited now because Dodd needs to finish strong, and he is injecting pace.
Well, we had a draw, Carl, with Scott Carl. Are we heading for another one, maybe?
It's a close fight. It's a very close fight. I think this is a Dodd round here. He's landed some good body shots. He's took a couple, but he's been landing them. He still needs to just make sure, just keep going, try your best to grind them down.
I think Patera's going to like the sound of that final bell more than Dodd. He's not done enough in this last round. He's not enjoyed it. He's on his back foot, holding on, waiting to hear the bell. And Dodd's injecting that pace. He's got Patera where he needs it. He's working well. He's landing more shots at him.
And the crowd will give him a real rousing cheer at the end, Sean Dodd, because he's put his foot to the pedal late on here. It's Francesco Patera who puts his arms aloft. So too this Sean Masha Dodd, who has got this one. Good fight, though, guys, wasn't it?
Yeah. What do you like? What do you like? How have you scored the rounds? You know, there was a couple of close ones in there. There was a couple of one-sided ones for both fighters. It's a close fight. It's nip and tuck, and I wouldn't like to be one of them judges right now.
It is a close fight. I've got one round in it. I'm not going to tell you because I always get criticised when I score fights. Oh, there you go. There's no getting away from it. I've got Dodd by 1 round.
So you've got Dodd by a round, and let's have a look at Paul's, who's got Patera by a round.
It's that kind of fight, Adam.
3 judges. Will we have a split? Will we have a draw? Will they all favour the same fighter? Fascinating. I'll tell you what, we could do a rematch, and a rematch over 12 would be good.
12-round distance suited Dodd to a T. That's where he would have come on strong. Definitely. Another couple of rounds, you felt the fight was definitely Dodd's, but you know, it's a 10-round fight. If the fight was 2 rounds less against Scott Carter in the first fight, maybe it would have favoured Dodd, but Scott Carter done the damage in the last 2 rounds in the championship round that it matters. This is a 10-round and it's a close fight.
Patera definitely won those early rounds. Dodd came back. Did he come back enough? Certainly did last couple. It's close. Patera thinks he's got it. Here's the title heading to Belgium. Well, will Sean Masha Dodd cling on to it? We're still waiting. Patera or Dodd? Who's got it?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of championship boxing, we have a split decision.
No surprise there.
Judge Ian John Lewis scores the contest 96-95 in favour of Patera.
By 1.
Judge Andretto Roshin scores the contest 96-94 in favour of Dodd.
By 2.
Ray DeSanto has scored the contest 96-94 in favour of the winner. And still, the WBC International Lightweight Champion from Buckingham,
Razor tight on the cards. A split decision And
ladies and
Sean
gentlemen,
Dodd
please show your
clings
appreciation.
on
Very indeed.
to that
Francesco.
WBC International
Patera.
belt. You've got to feel for Francesco Patera, who gave it everything. But Sean Dodd, a mightily relieved man, and the story goes on. But boy, was it close.
Good close fight, good to watch, good for the fans at home. Not so good and worrying for the Masha Dodd fans early on. He didn't start very well at all, but he warmed into the fight, he bludgeoned away, he got close. He did everything he could to try and get the win, and for him tonight, he's got the win, but what a close fight that was.
Celebrations for Dodd, commiserations, and your heart goes to Francesco Patera, who gave it everything.
Sean Dodd gets it, Johnny. Close, split decision, hard fought. Did the right man win?
Very close. I had it a draw, to tell you the truth. If not Patera, one round up, but a draw, I would have agreed with. But you know what? For Dodd to do that, 32 years old, against a man 9 years his junior, good on him, because the pressure came through. He had to come through some slick boxing with Patera and then eventually take over with that pure grit. Well done, very well done.
Carl, we saw your scorecard, but you think it could have gone either way?
Okay. No, I got it to Dodd very close, got it by one at the end of the scorecard. It was 96-95. I thought he came out and started a little bit too slow early on. In a 12-rounder, you can give away a couple of rounds, but in a 10-rounder, you need to get down to work. He got down to work, put Patera on his back foot, worked the body, worked the head, started to roll his head and missed a lot of shots towards the end there. And the last few rounds, a strong finish is what sealed it for you. Well done, well done.
Masha, great win for you in your career. Were you sure you'd got it at the end?
You know, everything Carl said there was the moral of the story. Because he took it at short notice, so massive credit to him for doing that. And I thought he's going to be sharp. Let him be sharp for a couple of rounds, try and tire him out and see what he brings, because we couldn't watch him, so we couldn't study him. And then we started stepping it up then, and as he said, we were a couple of rounds, we were like, we need to keep on the pressure. I could hear Eddie screaming, go to keep the body, Danny with the body. But he was a good kid, and he made it hard, and I had to work hard to get the decision, so I was just over the moon to get the decision. It means the world to me, and I didn't want to risk too much going for it, because he could bang, and I felt a few shots land, and I thought, steady yourself here, son, don't take too many, but just eager to get the win. But you've got to just stick to tactics and listen to the coaches.
It did seem like you started a bit slow though and gave away too many early rounds.
I did, yeah. He looked a lot bigger from what we've seen of him. When you see him now, it was a couple of years ago, so he was a lot bigger, and he was strong as well. So I was a little bit, anticipating a bit too much to go too eager to take a risk. But I thought, you know what, you go swimming, you get wet. So I've just got to take that risk, get in there, take a shot, and just work for it, and just work hard for it, and that's what I had to do.
Masha, your fitness and your stamina seem to be the key, the later half of the fight. Is that what you worked on hard as well through training?
Yeah, we've been training hard. We'd had 8-10 weeks camp, weren't it? I'm always in the gym training anyway, keeping myself fit. So we've had a good long camp. Peak Performance have been working on strength and conditioning for me. So I'm fit, I'm strong. That's my what is it? Yeah, I've got a good engine on me. I can work hard, and I've just got to learn a few technical things to do with boxing, and try and make a little bit more of a technique. I'm a little bit unorthodox, so maybe a little bit of work on the technique side of things. But hard work wins anything. No matter what you do in life, it's all about hard work, and that's something that I do. I work hard for it.
Well done, Sean. Good to catch up with you.
Nice one, Johnny.